Hey guys, welcome to Candid with Kia Renee. I have another special guest in the studio today. He is a serial entrepreneur. He is the owner of Next Level Auto Company, and also he is into artist management. Please welcome Mr. Brandon to Candid with Kia Renee.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, let's get into it.
Get into it.
All black like the omen.
Well, you know,
See,
I done moved the whole couch. Now, wait a minute.
Look, you understood the assignment.
You know, all black's my thing.
Look good, smell good.
Thank you. The chicken
See,
grease.
You know,
Yeah.
I like when people when they bring the bezel out.
Well,
for
you know,
me.
I try to
You know,
do what I can.
the jewels, next level.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now look, so when I saw your Instagram page, Next Level Automotive.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was intrigued because see, I love cars.
Okay.
I love vintage cars. You specialize in customizations,
Yes, ma'am.
Restorations,
Yes, ma'am.
rims. Like, how did you get into this business? Like, have you been a lover of cars since you were a child?
Yes, you said it right already. Because like when I was a kid, I grew up watching cars. I spent my summer times in South Park, so you know this is the era we had Lil Kiki, Fat Pat, all the Southside legends, and they was driving down the street. Now I didn't know that's who they was at the time.
Yeah.
But later I found out that was the local rappers that was pulling up, showing out on MLK. So I'm looking out the window. That's as far as I could go at the time. I could look out the window. My grandma said, it's too dangerous, so look out the window. That's all I could do. But I saw those cars. I was like, man, I want one of those cars one day. I want to have that same feeling or that same look, you know what I mean, when they're pulling up, going down the avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Like, you know how what did you say? You used to point at a car and say, master key lock.
Oh,
yeah. See,
oh, that's what y'all see. We said bingo.
Bingo and master key lock. We would say that. It was like, oh, I got the car for you. I got that. It's mine.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine. Yeah.
So I mean, since you're an entrepreneur and you have a lot going on.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Yes, ma'am.
what does a typical day in the life look like for you?
Man, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. In the morning, sometimes the mornings I look at the ceiling like, do I gotta get up? Because you know, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? So I can honestly say like, sometimes my brain is scattered, so I don't know really where to focus at sometimes. But after I pray, thank you God for another day, I'll be like, okay, what do I need to attack first? And sometimes I got to address my text messages or phone calls I've already missed.
Yeah.
So I try to have my phone on like do not disturb or something. At least I get my sleep in, you know what I mean? So at least by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I can start calling. Cause you calling me 7:30 in the morning, like, what am I gonna do? I ain't had my coffee, my eggs, and I ain't had nothing. I need a donut, I need something to start the day. I ain't gotten the energy yet.
Yes.
Look at that frog, hello.
Yeah.
That is the person you want to
Don't
talk
call
to.
me.
Right, now. But once I get past that part, I mean, just kind of attacking based upon priority. Some people need their cars towed, like people have accidents overnight, people's cars in storage, they got locked up, we need to go get them bad boys. So I kind of just try to prioritize what I need to do first and then just kind of go from there.
So you said towing. So you go and get people's cars and you bring them.
Oh yeah, for sure, all the time.
So with that, do people have they have you on their insurance policy?
Well, what happens is like the insurance company is like, okay, this car is over here, and you can go get it or we can get it. A lot of times the insurance will say, oh yeah, we'll go get it, but the wait time is so long, it's easy for me to get my tow truck out there faster, and I go here, I front the bill.
Yeah.
So they might have a storage bill for like, let's say $300 and a tow. And I'd be like, no worry, I pay for it, but I'm gonna bill the insurance later.
Yeah.
So I get it back, but you have to be able to cover that on the front end. That's why people don't understand. That's the part of business. Sometimes you gotta be able to put that money on the table and wait to get paid later.
See, I like that because I mean, I like the fact like if I always come to you to get my car fixed, to get a new paint job, to get whatever it is, and something happens, I can still take my car to somebody that I know.
Exactly.
That I know is gonna take care of me because you know you have some shops that will take your car, mess them up, and they won't even be accountable for
Right,
that.
for sure.
I feel like it's always great to be in business with somebody that you know.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. And then we like to try to offer that home feeling. Like, people call me my cell phone, so that same thing I was complaining about in the morning about those phone calls, it's my fault and my thing because I like to open that door because I want somebody to feel comfortable because who else do you know you can like really text somebody? Because you take your car to the dealership and drop it off, you can't text the dealership at 9 o'clock at night and be like, what we looking like?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
look, and that's what it sounds like. What we
looking like? That's our phrase. What we looking like? How we looking? Yeah, like that's probably like the most repeated text in my phone.
Yeah.
How we looking? What we looking like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool because I like the relationship. So it's like the gift and the curse. You have to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
You open that door of relationship with somebody that family, friend, homeboy, homegirl relationship. You have to keep that same energy throughout the whole duration of the clientele.
But it's good though, because I mean, everybody has their own way of, like, when you have a certain type of client base, you know, that's your level of customer service.
Right.
Like some people, like some people don't do that at all. Like
Exactly.
you know, like say you want to get your hair done one day, and you know, or get your hair cut.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants that person that does their hair to always be available in a sense, and that's how people know you,
Right.
remember you, and that's what they tell other people. Like, man, I can't count on Brandon. Oh, I got somebody for you.
Yeah.
You know what we looking like?
How we looking?
What we looking like? You
My
know?
braids good on Thursday, still be good on, you know what I mean?
What we looking like?
And I laugh because I just had a conversation with my homegirl the other day about that, because she had an experience with a small business, and she reached out to say, are we still good for Thursday? They never responded. They responded on Friday, the day after they're supposed to be appointment. And it's like those kind of things last. You know, people remember that more than anything. Even if you did good service 2 or 3 times, that one time you dropped the ball, it's going to stick with that customer more than anything.
Forever.
So it's a real job to be on top of communication. So that's something I try to make sure I do too. It's a lot, because keep in mind, everybody thinks you're the only customer.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got 100 people that's texting you, but everybody has to get that same kind of
That number
energy.
one feel.
Exactly.
Like I'm being put first.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that's what matters.
Yeah.
When you do your restorations, like what has been your most favorite restoration to date?
I think the most favorite one was the one that everybody said we couldn't and shouldn't do. We did a Mercedes S550 for a Texan player, and we took the whole interior down from the dash to the steering wheel. You know, these cars now are so sensitive. Everybody was like, don't do that because you might set off a sensor, the car might mess up, the computer might go out, and we did it anyway. So we converted the whole car.
What do you mean?
Right, and then everybody was like, well, I guess you can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
we did it. You know what I mean? So the odds were against us. So I like those situations where people say you can't do something. And even with putting wheels on cars, they say probably shouldn't go on cars, doing that thing too, because I like the challenge of going against the computer, because the computer says you're going to put 20-inch wheels on. I think we can squeeze the 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can squeeze that.
squeeze
But
it.
we'll make the 24
make it
work
work.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing we kind of prided ourselves on doing, just going against the technical.
norm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right. So what color did you paint your favorite restoration?
Let me take these out so we can really get into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did the interior actually red. The interior was initially still like gray factory color, and we just did everything red on there, and the outside was army green. So it was just right. It was so crazy.
I'm trying to picture that.
Yeah. We'll have a clip pop up on here.
Yeah,
of the car.
that-
I'll
oh,
send- yeah.
You gonna send me the picture?
Yeah, definitely will.
Ah, yay!
Definitely will,
They said
definitely
the inside was red and the outside was orange.
Army green.
Army green.
Yeah,
Oh,
army-
now I can see it. Oh, I can see
The
it
person
now.
can see it. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sitting there trying to picture that, like, man, I'm like blown away by that. Like it makes me think of like an outfit.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Is that weird?
No, because the thing is, cars are like outfits. You gotta think
Yeah.
about it. They gotta complement each other, from the brakes to the wheels to the paint. They're like outfits, so it's the same thing. That's a perfect way.
Yeah, cause see, let me tell you what type of car that I love. I like cars that are, I don't know. I think I have a thing for white cars.
Yes, me
But
too.
I like the white on the outside with the peanut butter inside. I like
Yes.
that sort of tan because.
Uh-huh.
Look, I feel like that peanut butter and tan give you a luxury feeling, but it's like when
Yes.
you want to take a selfie or something,
yeah.
it just look rich.
Yeah. That butter.
Yeah,
The butter.
just something besides black.
For
you
sure.
know,
Agreed.
like
Agreed.
I love an all black ensemble, but
Right.
like when I hop out, I want to feel like I want to feel luxurious. Like even if it's like an American-made car, like
for sure.
I like the luxurious feel. Like when you get in, it smells a certain way, it
yeah.
look a certain way.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
all those things.
All
That's what I
those,
like.
for sure.
Now, when your customers visit your automotive place, like what's something that they usually ask for the most?
Man, I think the most thing I get a lot of is like a lot of windshield replacements, because we replace windshields also. So believe it or not, when people get their cracked windshields, they be like, "Man, you fix this?" We just replace them, because it's a lot of times more cost effective to replace
Yeah.
them.
I haven't had a cracked windshield yet.
Oh, good. I hate you even said that in the air.
I know, right? It's crazy because I was driving on the freeway the other day and I was behind a freaking 18-wheeler and I was like, I just know something about to happen.
Get over.
And something actually big and metal came off and hit my windshield and it
didn't crack.
It didn't crack.
Man, I have one customer who has a G-Wagon and man, I'm so sorry because it's like his 4th windshield. Like those windshields are like $3,500.
I was about to say, like, I've heard that everything on a G-Wagon is like expensive.
For sure, especially now. The parts are just astronomical across the board.
Yeah. Is it because like I guess that maybe they're more popular now?
You want my opinion? I think it's cap. That's my opinion. I think everybody's trying to capitalize off of, you know, the war, the COVID. So that's my opinion. But they say everything's because of that.
I feel like that's kind of like the same thing when it comes to iPhone.
Oh.
Yeah. Like everybody has the Apple phone now, so it's like you have to pay for every freaking thing. Like when I was with Android, I didn't pay for anything.
Everything was included or downloadable.
Yeah, everything was like it was downloadable, it was free. But I was like I think I heard that the rims on that car is like super expensive.
I know for
like
sure.
Thousands.
It's cheaper to get aftermarket.
Not the rim, the tires.
I mean those two. It's cheaper to get aftermarket rims and tires than actually replacing the factory wheels.
What's aftermarket?
Like aftermarket is like you get Forgiato, Savini, those kind of wheels, like they're Corleone wheels. These are all wheels that are, you know, rims versus the factory wheels that's on a car.
Gotcha.
Or OEM products like they say.
Okay. This man knows his stuff. How long have you been in the business?
I'm 20 years, over 20 years now, believe it or not.
Seriously?
Seriously, yeah.
So like you can't, well.
And I'm still learning.
That's literally what I'm about to say. Like you can't tell them nothing, but I know that you're open to always learning things. And that's how you remain an entrepreneur for so long. Like you're in the business, you've been in it for so long, but you still take accountability for like the things that people are saying to you.
Got to, for
like
sure.
what they like and don't like.
Definitely. You got to be open to opinions and new ideas. And then also know that be able to take risk and that sometimes risks come with mistakes. That's the biggest thing is like owning those. Like, you know, every time you do something, it's not going to always work, but be okay with saying, you know, I at least tried it out to make it work. You know what I mean? People's greatest fear is not trying sometimes.
You know what? I tell people all the time that you are not afraid of failure. You are afraid of success.
Yes.
Because when you're successful, it means putting in more work, and it means so many more sacrifices.
For
like
sure.
you'll find that when you were doing the wrong thing in life, it was so easy because you're doing the wrong thing. But now you're like on your way to success. It's like you got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice time. You got to sacrifice not going out to the club and drinking and spending money.
Right.
Like you can spend $50 on drinks at the club, or you can spend $50 investing in promo and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Literally. I don't drink or smoke, but still.
Me neither.
Hey, party. I always feel like the weird person in the club. They be looking like, I be like,
but you do it.
But I still have a good time though. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I have the energy without that. But literally, I feel like that's what you said is on point because you have to decide like, am I going to do this, do that? Because you know, in my family, I'm the first person to actually do entrepreneurship.
I love that.
It was never suggested. You know, I watched my grandparents work, retire. My mom did the same thing, but I just nothing against that because I had plenty of jobs too, definitely. But in my mind, I just said I never want that to be my end game. I kind of want to just change the scenarios. Well, you call your cousin a UPS. I'm like, no, I'd rather struggle and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I struggled a long time. I'm gonna be very clear about that. It wasn't like year one I'm struggling, year two we balling. Never was the case. It probably like year maybe 11, 12, 13. Just being honest, because you know you still I was surviving, but I wasn't, you know what I mean, in abundance with it. So I think that just comes with just learning and being open to stuff because at first I was just all about custom stuff. Now I'm about custom, collision, tire replacement, the windshields, whatever. And the more opportunity you have somebody to come to your door or call your phone, the better your business is going to be.
That's that learning and growing that you were just talking about.
For sure.
That's exactly what it is.
Because the market's always changing. Like, you know, everybody doesn't want rims. Everybody doesn't want a custom paint job. Everybody doesn't want a custom interior, but everybody needs tires. Everybody needs windshields.
Yes.
Tinted windows is more, you know what I mean? Those kind of things. So you have to be able to understand the market that we're in. We're in a city where that's heavily driven. A lot of people drive here. It's not like New York.
And our streets are.
Oh yeah, they raggedy.
But they're getting better though.
Yeah.
They are like where I live at right now. When I first moved over there, I'm not telling y'all where I live.
Right.
But when I first moved over there, it took them, they literally just got done. It took them a year and a half to finish the streets, and now it's like good. So it's like, but that is a booming business though. Thank you, Mayor Sylvester. You're getting the streets together.
Come on,
Thank
tear
you.
down.
Thank you. So I guess that was my next question to you. You know, when it comes to entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
you know, what did you expect versus what it is
Right, for sure.
right now, or even with the growing?
Well, I guess the main thing is, I guess I had no expectation initially, only because I just knew I wanted to do it. Because again, I didn't know anybody to look at to compare what entrepreneurship looked like. I just know I wanted to be that free person. But I just saw, you know, I guess other people doing things. I'm like, well, I like the idea of them having the ability to do something when they wanted to, not necessarily doing it, but if I wanted to go somewhere on Wednesday, I really could. I don't have to request time off, or because maybe I could kind of just schedule it. And that's the biggest gift of entrepreneurship, is having control of your time. I mean, out of anything, that's the biggest thing. So for sure. So once I got into it, I'm kind of like, dang, it's like, I don't mind where I work sun up to sundown. I work 10, 12 hours. I don't care. Go home dog tired. But the freedom that I get is knowing if I want to, I can say, you know what? Hold on my calls. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going in.
Yeah.
and be able to really do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going in.
It's kind of too sunny. I'm going to ride my bike or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
But I mean, that's cool in the sense of like, even though you're able to work your 12, 24-hour days and you have your days off, it's still, with him being an entrepreneur, you know what you have to do with your time.
For sure.
So like he didn't say I'm going in for 5 hours and I'm leaving. He said he's doing 12 to 24 hours, like he's working your business.
Sure.
And I think people don't understand that when it comes to being an entrepreneur, is the fact that you have to create your own blueprint. You know, you go into your 9 to 5, the UPS.
Right, exactly.
You go in, you know what you're
route.
doing. They're telling you what you're doing. There's a sheet, there's a list on the wall that says you're doing this many packages a day, get it done by this time.
Exactly.
But with entrepreneurship, like you have to again, you're sacrificing time. You get to take your time off.
Exactly. Right.
But he's putting that time and energy into it. You know what I mean? I think that's just great.
And that's another thing about jobs too, that you hit kind of on the head without, I don't know if you've been realizing. Jobs already know what you're going to produce. You know what I mean? They already, in their mind, if they give you an 8-hour shift, they know you might only work 40% of the time. they
that's
understand.
funny just to say it.
They understand that.
You got a smoke break, I got a text break.
They know that already.
Know?
They already know that. So they're paying you, and they're based upon what you're going to probably potentially create and produce for them. They already know that. So that's why you get 8 hours to get you the hour lunch break. You already know if I get 4 hours you out of the day, I'm good. Yeah. Because we already done enough of what I really need you to do. They know that. So it's like knowing that if you apply the same thing to yourself, like to give myself a full 8 hours of my personal business, my personal idea of venture, there's nothing that you can't do. You know what I mean? My buddy, he worked at a dealership, and he was like, man, I work 12 hours a day. I said, okay, cool. How much you got paid off the car you sold? They give me like $1,000. How much they got? He said, they got about like 10. I said, think about that. If you sold one car on your own in 4 to 5 hours, you can make at least $5,000. Yeah. You're on your own without having to pay somebody else. He's like, man, I ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, but I feel like you got workers, and you have owners.
You do.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I have a couple of friends who they work, and I had to pause to think about the fact of like just in general like how that works. Like I do events, I do shows, I do red carpets and whatnot, and they go to work. And that's not saying that that's a bad thing
at all.
I'm just saying it's just like there are some things that they won't understand about what I do, you know.
And my problem is I see ownership in everybody.
That's about to say. I was about to ask you, do you have those issues with people not understanding? Because you said that you're the first one in your family to do something like this.
For sure.
So it's like, do you have issues with family and friends with the fact of like, I'm doing something, excuse me, sir, I'm doing something different. So you don't understand my hustle, you won't.
It is because they don't understand. Cause like you said, they never been there, so they don't understand me working on a holiday. They don't understand me working on a Sunday. They don't understand me working Saturday night because to them in their mind it's Saturday. You're supposed to be off, according to who? You know what I mean? Because it's like in my mind I can never really be off because I have to always be available. Even if it's a phone call, a text message. Sometimes me working is not necessarily sitting at the shop. Sometimes I'm just watching my phone or doing an invoice, responding to emails. That's still working because somebody is reaching out through some platform, be it social media or our website, and I have to be able to respond because that's a potential opportunity that can be missed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in everything that you do, I know that you mentioned earlier, you know, you have faith in God.
Oh, yes. Hallelujah. Shando.
Yes, and I love that because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And you also work in the community.
For sure.
So like, how do those two things tie together for you?
Man, it's a big thing because, growing up in a community where I didn't have a lot, I was the only child, but still, I was spoiled in love, not in things, but still
love
seeing.
that.
Yeah, I was spoiled in love for sure. My mom used to take me when I tried to be bratty. She would take me like downtown and show me the people that were outside just sleeping on the curb looking for blankets and stuff like that. And when I saw that, I realized that I should never complain. And no matter how bad it is, like, somebody somewhere has it worse. So with that same energy, it's like I think about people like holiday time. We go to the communities, we feed people, we do turkey drives, we give blankets. Last year we blessed families by just giving them toys and dinners and stuff like that. And just to feel that embrace and somebody be thankful for things that we take for granted, it's heartbreaking, but it's also uplifting at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will you be doing the same thing this year?
Definitely will. For
Do
sure.
you, how many years have you done it?
Shoot, now about 6-7 years now we've done it. Like every year we've done something, but we participated with Tina Lawson with the church downtown, the downtown church with Beyonce Church.
Oh, with Joel Osteen.
No, the other one.
Oh, Bread of Life. Bread of Life.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not gonna forget that because I volunteered there a few times before as well.
Yeah, so our fed families over there. We also passed out blankets. We passed out turkeys, all that kind of stuff. So
I need to be there next time.
no, for sure. No, definitely we would include you.
Because I mean, now that I have my show going on right now, I want people to be able to connect the show with that.
For sure.
Because the one thing about me is like I do things behind the scenes that I don't let people see because I feel like if you're gonna do it, then you do
Just
it,
do it
you
from
know.
your heart.
And but I want people to understand that we do that here on Candid with Key Renee. That way they're able to reach out, and if they need services, I can say,
Right.
Brandon does these things.
Right.
So if you see it happening here on Candid with Key Renee, I can put you into the right people. But
Yes,
I go to the Houston Food Bank as well.
Yes,
Now,
I've been there
I show a little bit of that, but
Right.
I go there maybe 3 or 4 times a month. But I might only show it once. Just to,
And here's my thing with that, because I be torn too about sharing it and not sharing it.
Yeah.
But sometimes by sharing it, you allow somebody else to buy into what you're doing and think about somebody that can help also. So as long as you're doing it, sharing it for a purpose of giving somebody else knowledge of what to do and how they can help, versus just like, hey y'all, look at me, I'm over here, I'm dropping them racks off in the city. It's not about that.
Yeah.
I'm showing you that, hey, these people need help, and if you know somebody that needs help, reach out to them. Because we did our silent. We didn't announce who it was, but people submitted names in the community, and we just went and blessed the families off camera. But there's certain things we would show people, hey, we went over here because it's a public place, and if you want to contribute also, by all means you can.
I really love that.
Yeah.
You just taught me something, like you really did. Because I don't know.
I get it. Trust me, I battle with the same thing, but it's like it's not about that moment, because some people are still gonna say you were doing it for show no matter what. So don't worry about them. But there's somebody somewhere that's gonna say, you know what, I'm inspired by what you did. Or they might not even tell you. They might just on their own in the community go do something because yeah, see, just because they just saw you do it.
You really just made me feel good.
Nah, for real, yeah. I get told that. That's the only reason why, because I was on the fence and somebody reached out and told me, hey, I'm glad you was doing XYZ because I did XYZ because I saw you do it. So to me, I was like, dang, now I got to show a little bit more just because, somebody somewhere is getting inspired. Even though the naysayers are going to hate regardless, but the people that really matter, that really want to contribute and help, they're going to follow through and do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, you with all that you're doing, you also do artist management.
Yes. Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
Yes. You got to take a breath.
Yes.
Because you have so much going on. Like, how do you? I want to first get into how do you balance that, and then I also want to know like what type of artists do you work with? Because I do know that you work with Jaden Zoe.
For sure.
You guys just saw Jaden Zoe here not too long ago.
Yes,
so
ball of energy.
Fire.
Yes, for sure.
Fire. So
Yes.
so what type of artists do you have a certain type of artist to work with, and also like how do you balance that?
And it's crazy because I'm gonna go take it back to right. It's first of all, there's no balance. My life is on a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
But the first time somebody asked me to be their manager, I was so confused. I was like, why do you want me to be my manager?
You're a businessman.
But I guess in my mind, I didn't see, because I never broadcasted anything about doing music. I mean, even though I love music, I never ever broadcast about, I can do artist management. I'm seeking to manage artists.
Yeah.
He just said, I want you to manage me. And I asked him why. He said, because I like what you do in the community. I see your positivity. I need that in my life and guidance from you. I was like, oh. Okay. I get you know what I'm saying.
Look, okay,
Right,
say no more.
But she just said it like that. Okay, cool. But it's just it was crazy because the first three artists that I was working
The first
with,
three?
Yeah, I had three. Man, I've been through a couple of artists.
Okay.
And I'll talk a little bit about each one. The first artist I managed, he was a singer. I mean, he looked like he'd be a rapper. He was a singer, but it was just crazy. Like he was so talented, and he's the one that asked me to be his manager. But unfortunately, he passed away. Well,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and that's the thing about it. After him, I said I quit artist management 3 times because every time I worked with an artist, I got too attached. I'm a very emotional person,
Yeah.
so naturally the relationship that like you saw how I am with Jaden, it's the same way. I just like my sister, so it's the same way with every artist. I treat them like family.
Yeah.
So naturally, when we get close to spending time, we're in the studio, we're traveling. I'm attached to you. When something happens, it's breaking my heart every time.
Yeah.
But this last time, I guess with her, it's like. It was natural. Like she reached, I saw her music on Instagram. This is the craziest thing. And I said, hey, I sent her a DM and said, great work, just keep pushing. Nothing, that was it. And then she hit me up later. You ever thought about artist management? I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like,
God, what you trying to say?
Right, what you doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
Then come to find out, she actually was tied to the artist I managed prior, before.
Wow.
And he told me about her. He never said her name. So I was like, how weird is that I never
The
followed.
the artist that passed away?
No, well, yes,
Okay,
So
okay.
how weird is that somebody that told me to meet this person, I never met him. He never gave me a name. I saw her randomly. I didn't follow her on Instagram. She just popped up on my timeline, and she said the same thing later. I guess it was fate. So it's just one of those things where like, here we are, and we just do all these great things.
So what do you feel that's missing from the music industry right now?
Man, we need more energy of love. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody is hard right now.
Yeah.
Nobody is like, even the R&B artists are kind of thugged out. It's like, music, R&B used to be so sensitive. Like when it came on, you heard that Keith Sweat song, that H-Town song, you was like, okay,
you
can
kind of
relax.
mellowed out. Yeah, you
like,
felt
okay, I can
relaxed,
chill
like your
now.
shoulders dropped.
Yeah, but I feel like you need a pistol with an R&B song right now.
Yeah.
It's still thugged
It
out.
is.
It's not sensitive like it used to be. I think everybody wants to have this image of I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? And R&B used to be really sensitive. It was smooth. It was relaxing. Now it's still kind of got a little toughness behind it.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like with the R&B music, like when you turn it on, at the same time, sometimes it is kind of ambiguous. It's like they might be singing about one thing, but the hook says something different.
Exactly.
It's like, sir,
Right.
you draw me in
You
saying,
confused.
I love you so much, your body is so soft.
But don't
And
play with me. On my mama, I'll smack you. Or
Wait. It got violent so fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants to be fully sensitive. R&B music used to be like, I cried, like old blues music, like I cried for you. I drove by your mama house. I called your granny. I went to your church to see how you was
Turn
doing.
off the lights.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, hey, better hit the switch. If I hit the switch on you. Like, dang, you gonna rob me for the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, the element of just being tender and being vulnerable has been taken away from R&B.
It has.
We need that back.
I feel like I was raised on like the Earth, Wind and Fire years.
Exactly.
The stylistics.
Right,
You know, the
Temptations.
Temptations. You know, like my mom and my dad, like they were born in like the 50s and whatnot. So it's like when you the backyard barbecue type of stuff, like it wasn't even that. It was literally when you walk around the house, that's what you heard. You know,
for sure.
you heard Earth, Wind and Fire. So I do feel like that's something that's missing.
Yeah.
And I do want more female artists. I want Jaden Zoe.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I want to hear more of her.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
So when it comes to Jaden, like how do you push her as an artist? 'Cause of course she has her own style, but how do you push her as an artist? I want to say mentally and in business.
Right. Well, the thing is with her, like the beautiful thing about her is, out of any artist that I manage, she has her own like push, and I love that. That's what makes it so easy to manage her, because with her we like talking, and she's like, "Hey, I want to do this." So it's just my job to kind of make sure that this happens.
That
you know what I mean?
it's aligned.
Right. Exactly. You know, I worked with some people before. It's kind of like, man, all right, I want to get to the studio. We'll do now. She'll be like, hey, I'm going to the studio. Or I recorded this. Check this out. Tell me what you think. So it's more of, this is what I did. Now what can you do with it?
Right.
So that's a different kind of vibe. And it's easy. I can manage reaching out because I got contacts. So I can like, okay, do this. You want to do this. You want to be on this platform. We need to go over here. We need to do this show. It's easy to manage that versus like, hey, you went to the studio? Hey, did you record this? Hey, you know what I mean? So that's now managing your life and your music. I can't do both.
Yeah. Like I have worked with artists before on like certain projects. I worked with OTB Fastlane before.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
yeah, I've helped them with like model casting, maybe
sure.
maybe a little bit with the video treatments and whatnot.
Right.
And what you just said made me think about some other artists that I've worked with where they don't have a plan. They don't network.
Right.
Like they feel like things gonna happen overnight, and then it's like when it is time to go out and network, it's like they're in a corner.
Yeah.
You know, and they think that, okay, well, you just supposed to know who I am. Like, can you please share with them the power of networking, because it's not just social media, it's not just Spotify.
That's what people think, like, now if I just drop my song, people gonna buy into it.
Yeah.
No, that's not the thing. Like, people need to know you on camera, off camera, on social media, off social media. You have to be able to walk in the room and steal the room, and that's what I love about Jaden. When she walks in the room, literally people are gravitated to her.
Took me.
Yeah, and that happens, and that happens everywhere we go, and I love that. So that kind of energy is something that you need as an artist. You can be the dopest artist in the world, but if you don't engage and people don't know you outside, then it's pointless. Most artists that we love now today is because of who they are on the mic and off the mic, not just because you got a bomb song on the radio. But I like the fact that you're in the community, or I saw you on this interview and the things you said in the interview. Now I can relate to you. You're relatable. So being relatable, I think, is one of those things that now artists have to be. And she does that for sure.
Yeah, she's a breath of fresh
Yes,
air.
I'm trying to tell you, I love it.
So, being an entrepreneur, who is your biggest inspiration as an entrepreneur?
Ooh, man, that's tough. I say, okay. If I had to, any entrepreneur, I would say there's one guy that I met. He actually owned a music shop, and it's so crazy because I was buying rims from him when I was a kid. Like, that's where I was going to when I first started, and he just, I don't know, it was weird because everything was set up to me was like, it was a lot of clutter, but the fact that he was running his own business and he was a brother, I was like, dang, we can do stuff like this. So they kind of inspired me. I had a layaway plan with him. Like, he would see me every time I got my check, I was going over there.
Back when layaways were.
Man, when layaway was the thing, I was like, here's $50, and here's $25, here's $75, here's $100. I had a good check this week. You know what I mean? But then, like, in hindsight, I was like, this is like the first entrepreneur that I actually saw that actually had his own place and ran a business and did what he said he was gonna do. His name was Joe, and I seen him later at car shows. You see me, his eyes got big. He's like, man, you still in the cars? I said, yeah, and now I'm doing what you used to do too. You know what I mean? So I think it was kind of a joy for him to see me in a different light also.
Yeah, I see. When you're young and you look up to somebody like that, and then I'm pretty sure y'all all know what you got going on now, boy? Look at
Yeah. Why look, boy, little juice, you got
and that feels good,
Yeah.
Like there are times where I feel like when somebody does inspire you, like you do need that like little kickback from them, because it's kind of like that at a point in time you were kind of fighting to be that person.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
I love that.
Definitely.
So what has been your most significant achievement?
Man,
being an entrepreneur?
I think my most significant achievement has been able to see others around me flourish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing, when you're kind of starting to fight, I say being an entrepreneur starting to fight, you're by yourself for the most part trying to figure it out. But once you figure it out, I feel like it's your duty and job to show others around you how to get their way. Even if it's not through you, at least give them tools so they can be successful. Because there's no way I feel like you can be an entrepreneur and not show somebody else how to chase their own dream. Now, some people naturally just don't want to do certain things, and that's cool too. But if you're around me and tell me this is what you want to do, I'm going to give you all the tools I possibly can. And to watch somebody take those tools and run with it, that's amazing to me. I love to see that, for sure.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I feel you on that, because some people have to be led to the water, and some people don't.
Yes.
And both of them are fine, but
Yeah.
it's like when you're able to teach somebody and they're actually able to learn.
Yeah.
I think that's like very inspirational.
Definitely, and that warms my heart watching somebody literally go from an idea to reality to now you in your own whatever you're doing and flourishing and surviving off of that and not depending on somebody else. Yeah.
So with you saying that, like, are you open to like holding an entrepreneur class?
100%. I definitely.
I think that'd be
would.
great for you.
And I was actually suggested like to do that. That's so funny you said that. Like somebody told me or suggested I do something like that. And I would definitely do that because I want to encourage somebody. Like we go back and speak at schools. I tell people about, at school, like what's that they call it? Career day. Career day. We spoke at career days. And people are like, well, what'd you do? And I said, well, I'm an entrepreneur. What you do? What you do? And I tell them I'm an entrepreneur. They want to know how you start that. And I was like, well, you can really start right now. My first entrepreneur job was selling cookies in high school. And
Right on.
Yeah, so people. I ain't gonna say this. I didn't know at the time that was gonna be a thing, but
Yeah.
I was trying to get some money. But in actuality, in hindsight, that was my first entrepreneurship endeavor. Was selling cookies.
Yeah. I sold M&Ms.
Hey, I respect the hustle. Yeah.
I didn't do it for long, but I was looking at the like you go to the candy lady
Oh,
house.
for sure. Yeah,
And
man.
Yeah.
Was she a snow cone lady too, or was she just a candy lady?
Both.
Yeah,
Snow
same.
cones, hot Cheetos, pickles.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, you got your suckers, you put them in your pickle. That's
Yeah.
some Louisiana stuff. I don't know if y'all know about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was seeing like, okay, well, she's selling these packs of M&Ms for $1, and it's just like, I think at the time at the store it was probably like 50 cents. So I did the math.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's 100%
I'm like,
profit.
I'm like, I'm making me a little gas.
Yeah, ain't around that. Ain't
Yeah.
around with that. Ain't around with that.
I'm not doing that. Look, y'all, we'll be right back. We're about to go into a break. Don't miss it. Come right back. Grab you a snack. We'll be right back here on Candy with Kia Renee.
Doritos.
Hi, I'm Kia Renee, host of the Candid with Kia Renee talk show. Do you have a business or are you an entrepreneur and you want to put your business in the forefront of potential customers? Do it right here and advertise on Candid with Kia Renee. Whether you're in healthcare, you have a skincare line, or you're a chef, it does not matter. We want to promote for you. Send an email to candidwithkiarenee@yahoo.com. Let's keep it candid. Welcome back to Candid with Kia Renee. We're here with Brandon. Look, he's funny, right? I know y'all have been enjoying what's been going on so far. Now, what we're going to talk about next is that Brandon has clothing.
Yes.
Next Level Clothing.
Yes.
You see it on this chain. I feel like if I touch this chain, my finger's gonna freeze. Like, what is that called? Frostbite? Like my finger's gonna be blue and Gucci. Look, Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is gonna be like, y'all bring the jewels out.
No,
Bring the
you
jewels
know.
Bring the jewels out. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Y'all don't understand. Like before Brandon came on, he was saying, say it again.
Hold on.
And like I told him, I said, he didn't trademark there because nobody can say that like he said. Like,
Before this drop, we own that, so don't take that.
Don't take that.
Yeah.
He said that's how Jaden, like she didn't know that's how she was saying, hold on. And it's like it's just so funny. Like
I mock people now. She was like, wait, is that me? I said, yeah, that's you.
Yes,
Hold on. That's you.
I needed that laugh today. Hold on.
Hold on.
Like what we said when somebody calling your name wrong.
Oh, hold on.
You drop your makeup brush on the
Oh,
floor.
hold on.
Somebody got you messed up.
Hold on.
Look. Okay.
We good.
Let's bring it back. Hold on.
Brief for the F. Brief.
Now let's talk about the clothing.
Okay.
Next Level Clothing.
Yes.
So what all do you have with Next Level Clothing?
Okay, so we got shirts, drawers. I'm just playing no. We definitely have shirts. We do crop tops. We have workout wear. We've done caps, beanies. We did masks during the pandemic. I ain't gonna lie. I was wearing masks on the plane before it was a thing. Before it was mandated.
Like ski masks?
No, like not the push icy.
Okay.
Just the regular face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wearing those because I just feel like people were nasty on the plane. just in general. This is before pandemic,
For
before
real?
the mandate. I was wearing masks. People looking at me like, "What's wrong with him? Who do you think he is?" And it was so crazy. So when the pandemic happened, I had masks on deck already. So we was selling them bad boys, 25, 35 a pop. We had them in stock.
No, but you're right though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like it's weird that I like to be at an airport. Like, I know I'm going somewhere.
Right.
It feels good that I'm going somewhere. But it like the airport really is like that. Like it's like even if you're just sitting down at your gate waiting to get on the plane. But even the fact that you're sitting like so
the
close
close
to somebody,
proximity, for sure.
Like my last time going somewhere. I think I went to Atlanta for the first time.
Love ATL.
And of course this is in March.
Okay.
But still even with the pandemic going on, the person had the mask on their chin and they were coughing and sneezing. It's just like, why don't you have your mask on?
Lift
and
up.
yeah, lift up, lift off, like all that stuff.
Yeah, tape it.
Like I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your clientele, is it mostly men and women? No, is it mostly women or is it men and women?
Man, we got both, especially when we open up the door with the accidents. No disrespect, but a lot of ladies are having accidents. And so we started
What type of accidents?
I mean, fender benders, tires, hitting
Because
curbs.
to be honest, now look, because we're talking about clothing, I thought you were talking about accident like time of the month.
Oh, well, see, that's another accident too. We had some joggers for that too.
Look,
Some very heavy duty joggers.
Yeah, we need those things.
Yeah. I got y'all. We got y'all for sure.
So women, but see, I like workout clothing.
Yeah.
Because, so I actually got back in the gym like for a small period of time. But once I got busy with Canada with Kia Renee, like I'm like, man, I need to get back in there. But what I love about workout clothing is that even if I'm not working out, it's something like I like to be able to have a two-piece that I can throw on real quick and go and like be comfortable, like if I'm going shopping.
And we as men appreciate that when y'all do that.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
I love that.
Yeah, we do too.
So how long have you had the clothing line?
It's been like now, I would say, I think about 3.5 years. My boy Darian, shout out to Darian Burton, he's in LA. He actually redesigned our logo, our Next Level logo. We had the block letters, and he came up with the cursive letters.
That's what you have in your chain right now?
Yes, indeed.
I like
and we getting the jewelry too, because he does jewelry too. So yeah, so we tapping in all markets right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Can I get a grill?
We definitely can.
You know, we in Texas.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I just want to get me a grill and do this right here. You ready?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that way. That's it. That's gonna be your profile picture.
Yeah, you do that, and you know how the rappers do they do, huh? You know, like I got the diamonds on my neck, diamonds in my grill.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
We got you.
Yeah, you know.
We got you.
So, look, I want to play a game before you go.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, we got to put him in the hot seat.
Okay,
Now, see, y'all know we got to play a game here, like, you know, a little this or that.
Okay. I like this and that.
I've never knew how to do that, like the ghetto girl smack.
Oh, the little smack. Oh, you did.
Oh,
you did it.
I
Okay, you got it. Okay.
I've been working on it.
Okay.
So we're gonna play a little this or that.
Okay,
You ready?
let's go.
All right. You gotta choose which one is best.
Okay.
And if you would like to elaborate.
Okay.
Okay. So you do travel.
Yes.
So Houston or everybody else?
Houston. And the reason why, let me explain.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of different places. Like, don't get me wrong, I love everywhere I've been. I love, but there's no place like home. Like, I feel like we have a big melting pot here. Like, I love Atlanta, Miami, LA, Denver, New York, all these different places. Even out of the country, I love these places. But something about coming home and just looking at our diversity it's like none other. I love going to the mall and seeing anybody. You never know what you're gonna see, whether it be from white all the way to Indian to Asian, all the descents. I love that, and to me, that just keeps us as a culture just flourishing.
Yeah, like we're just a culture mess here.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a very
a
beautiful
culture pot. Let's say
Yes.
it that way. We're a culture pot.
A beautiful pot.
Pot look. Yeah.
Gumbo with a little hot sauce.
Yeah.
Come on, Louisiana.
See, I was raised partially in Shreveport now.
Okay, Louisiana.
Louisiana. All right. When it comes to cars,
Okay.
do we like vintage or old school?
I would say vintage for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why, don't get me wrong, old schools are definitely amazing cars. But I was having this conversation, like those cars are always gonna be something wrong. Keep in mind the climates that they were made in before, not the same they are now. Technology is only going forward, not backwards. So a car that was made in 1957, even if you upgrade it to the most top of the notch things that you have in 2022, it's still not gonna compete with a 2022 Benz. You know what I mean? They got all the bells and whistles for right now, got the iPad connection, Apple. It's just it's not gonna be the same.
It's like and a lot of times, because let's tell you what's crazy. I had a long time ago. I think the third car that I owned a Pontiac, and it was like a 1998. And when I got this car, they said that some of the parts don't even exist anymore.
Facts.
So it's like,
Facts.
what do I do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do. Like, literally, I've had that problem with customers. Like, you cannot get this part anymore. Like, it's literally off the market. If you could try to find it in the junkyard or use, good luck, eBay, somewhere, place like that, but we can't sell you the part.
All right. Would you rather vacation in the tropics or vacation in Antarctica?
Ooh, vacation in the tropics for sure, definitely. I want to let my toes out. You know what I mean? I can't put my toes out of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a buff and
Little
shine
toes
that
in the
week for
sand.
sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, shine. Yeah, in the tropics, that'd be for sure. Cause Antarctica, I ain't never been there. They just look a little too cold for me. I like wearing jackets in Houston. And that says a lot.
I like the cold, but I've always wanted to, like, they have the igloos and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to experience that part,
Yeah.
but I don't want to get eaten by a polar bear. Though.
That either, because I heard they one of the strongest bears. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
The sea lions and stuff, and they laying on ice, and the penguins they just walk into your home like they own it like roaches.
National Geographic. I watch it on there.
Yeah, we gonna
That's
leave
it.
it
That's
at
it.
that.
That's
We'll leave
cool.
it at that.
I'm cool.
All
I'm
right.
cool.
Apartment or luxury home.
Luxury home.
All
For
right.
sure.
Because they got luxury apartments.
They have luxury
too.
apartments, too.
I've seen them in New York. There's like 1.2 million. I'm like, wait, what?
Yes.
So a luxury home.
I would say luxury home only because at some point I definitely want to have a family with kids and I want to be able to have my kids run in the yard. That may be an old school dream. I want my kids to be able to run outside with a little ugly dog, whatever kind of dog it is. I love dogs. Let me be clear about that. Yeah, but dogs they face me out mushed up. I love dogs though.
Yeah.
We also have dogs too. We also do Frenchies, so we have a breed line of Frenchies also.
He
Yes.
breathes. See, we finding out some things.
Yeah. See, this and that.
Finding out some things.
Yeah,
This and that.
this and that.
Okay, now look. This is a good one.
Okay.
You pretty much kind of already answered it.
Okay.
But rap or R&B?
R&B for sure.
Yeah.
R&B
Look,
for sure.
We
Definitely.
already discussed rappers, y'all saying stuff that's not actually true.
And that too, but the one thing is, for me, is like I'm a natural softie, I would say, especially when it comes when you around women and stuff like that. I love R&B music. Like rap music don't never set the mood. Well, some of it can be kind of soft, but most of it's not. Gonna get a girl in the car, you can be like, put the Trap or Die on. Even though some girls like Trap or Die,
Yeah.
I do too. But to set the tone.
You put that boosie on.
Yeah,
you want to
little-
talk it.
yeah. Nah, she get the jigging on the first day. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna drop you back off. We good.
We had a good run.
Yeah, we had a good one from here to there.
We had a good run.
I need you to know some Usher. I need you to know some Ozzy Brothers. Try la, all that kind of stuff like that.
Look.
La 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 la. Like if you can't do that, you know what I'm saying? D'Angelo, you know what I mean? That's some of that Anthony Hamilton when he wanted Charlene back. If he ain't on that Charlene Anthony, like where were you?
Beg for
Right.
You got to beg.
That's what I'm
for it.
saying. He might have been one of the last R&B artists that really was.
No, really.
You know what I mean? That was soulful. So, but yeah, if you ain't on that, we can't vibe. Bro.
Yeah, I kind of found out some things about him not too long ago. I watched his interview on David Banner podcast.
Okay.
And I found out some things about him that I would have never even known.
I'm gonna have to check that out too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just you got me blown away.
Yeah.
I'm just you got me thinking about Anthony Hamilton now, like the fact that he really was like the last like really soulful person.
Yeah, think about that. As far as artists that was really just pouring their heart out, being transparent. Because I didn't realize that Charlene song was as real as it was. He said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I respect any artist that can really put the real life into their music. It makes it more authentic. You know what I
very
mean?
much
And
so.
it's relatable. Like I remember the girl, she had left me too. So you
Yeah.
can understand.
That old school, you're talking to the woman.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about it, you're talking to her.
Al Green said, meeting you has proven to me to be one of my greatest dreams.
Yeah.
He said that.
The greatest dream.
And they not saying that no more in music no more. Like say, me and you, hey, you cool? You gonna pull up to the,
Yeah, it's all about Netflix and chill and
Yeah.
friends with benefits and
No.
side pieces.
I don't want no side piece. Give me a one piece.
Yeah.
Give me a
One piece with a bear skirt.
Yeah, extra honey.
Yeah, let me get that with some water on the side.
Oh,
Popeyes.
yeah. Whoa, yes, definitely need that.
Popeyes, we love you here though.
Yeah, it be,
I love you with a little
but
honey on the
it be
side.
dusty. It be a little dusty. A little dusty.
Brandon, thank you so much
Of
for being here.
course. Thank you
Candid
for
with
having
Kid
me, for
Renee.
sure.
Look, you guys can follow him on social media,
Yes.
Next Level Auto LLC, Automotive LLC.
There you go, yep.
Now, you need to let us know. Because you said Jaden has a show next month.
Yeah, she has a show. Well, actually, a show next weekend, next month. We got a couple things we're working on too. But make sure you follow her. Keep up. We have some great music coming out, bringing back the R&B emotions.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to cry
Oh,
sometimes
oh,
too.
trust me, this next single, you gonna listen. I'll send it to you so you get a sneak peek.
Yay! Where do they need to? That ain't the book.
Oh yeah, okay. So hey, check us out. Next Level Automotive. My personal Instagram is BIGBEE713. We on Facebook, like they say. We on Instagram.
Look,
all
the
of that.
Facebook.
Facebook. We on all that. So check us out. Next Level Automotive. We are here to help and serve you.
And you already heard him say he up late nights.
Yes.
Being sure, late nights and early mornings, being sure that you get what you need to get done with your vehicles.
Yes.
That's what you need in a businessman.
Yes.
You guys heard it here first on Candid with Kia Renee.
Yes. Cleo said, call me now.
See y'all next time. Come back here next week.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
All
Bye,
that.
guys.
All that.
Hi, I'm Kia Renee, host of the Candid with Kia Renee talk show. Do you have a business or are you an entrepreneur and you want to put your business in the forefront of potential customers? Do it right here and advertise on Candid with Kia Renee. Whether you're in healthcare, you have a skincare line, or you're a chef, it does not matter. We want to promote for you. Send an email to candidwithkiarenee@yahoo.com. Let's keep it candid. Hello everyone, welcome back to Candid with Kia Renee. We're at the end of our show and now it's time for our word of the day from Napoleon Hill's Positive Action Plan, 365 Meditations for Making Each Day a Success. I live by this book and now you will too. Got this book on Amazon, so if you need it, because you do, go and order it. Paperback edition. Today's word of the day comes from March. It's from March 31st, and this one really touched me, so I said, you know what, I want to give this all to you as well. And this month is all about a winning attitude. So for March 31st, even though it's July, I know you guys, but like I said, it touched me. I wanted to touch you too. Change your mental attitude and the world around you will change accordingly. I'm going to read that again. Okay. Change your mental attitude and the world around you will change accordingly. Your world will become what you choose to make it. You can reach great heights of success, or you can settle for a miserable life that is devoid of hope. The choice is yours. When you choose a positive course, you set in motion an unstoppable force that will allow you to have a fulfilling career, the love of your family and friends, good physical and mental health, and all of the other true riches of life. To change your world, you must change it from the inside out. You must begin with yourself. When you choose the course that puts your life on a positive track, you will change your life for the better. And you will also positively influence the people with whom you come in contact. That is today's word of the day, and I hope that you take this word of the day and apply it to your life and that it helps you right now and in the future. Thank you all for tuning in to Candid with Kia Renee. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you back here next week.